welcome back to Cindy's Library. Well, we are almost to the end of 2022. And so, yes, we'll be talking about how this reading year went. But before we do that, since it isn't quite over yet, it is time to think about what I might be reading in 2023. So, what might I be reading indeed in 2023? Well, there are a number of things I have in my pile of possibility. First off, I'm not done with the Peter Wimsey Mysteries yet by Dorothy Sayers. I still got a number of those to work on. And so I'm hoping next year I will get through, if not all of them, at least a number of them. Let's see, what else? Oh. I splurged and got this C.S. Lewis essay collection and other short pieces. I may not finish this next year, but I'm so excited I already read the first one, and so I expect to get a number of these read next year. I am excited. The Educated Imagination by Northrop Frye I think will be a good one. Doesn't seem too big, but I've heard it has some good ideas, so I look forward to reading this one. Because, well, that's true, I do have something of an imagination. I'm not sure how educated it is, so that could be good. I did not read as much Elizabeth Goudge this year as I was hoping, although I did read some. So for next year, well, what I've discovered about Elizabeth Goudge is she's not one you can read quickly exactly. But I would love to be able to read these three. This is the Elliott Family Trilogy. Heard nothing but good things about this. Don't know a whole lot except I think it starts after World War One and book three maybe somewhere during or after World War II. So it's generational. I believe it starts off with the grandma starting by creating a home, and well, don't know much more than that, but I love Elizabeth Goudge and I have high hopes for this trilogy based on what I have heard. Interested in reading some philosophy. I have the Symposium and Phaedo by Plato and Poetics by Aristotle. We'll see how ambitious I get through these. I'd like to do at least one this next year. I have some Dickens. I'd love to read Pickwick Papers and then Bleak House and David Copperfield. Love to be able to get through those. I think this may also be the year that I at least start on The Fairy Queen by Edmund Spenser. May be more difficult, but I think I'm up for the challenge. We shall see. I'm hopeful though. Let's see what else. I have my first Elizabeth Wolfs that are fiction. So I have Night and Day. I've heard is the one closest to a more traditional novel, and To the Lighthouse, which sounds intriguing. Got some E.M. Foster, Howard's End, A Room with a View, Passage to India and essays. So we'll have to see about that. And George Eliot, 3 of her novels left. Romola, The Mill on the Floss, and Felix Holt, The Radical. Hoping to get to these. See, what else? Kind of stalled out on Harry Potter, so need to get back to that sometime. Brandon Sanderson, I'd love to read more of him. And so plan on that. Don't know how much I'll be able to get to, but at the very least, I need to read the last Wax and Wayne book since it's out now, finally. The Lost Metal, I believe it is. And as for the rest, oh yes, I am going to finally read Emma again this year. So we'll plan on that somehow. Some readathons I'm planning on. Middle grade March, I'll probably read some middle grade then. It's a great thing to do. If we are doing, I forget what it is called. I think it was in February, but she invited us to read 18th century. No, 17th century, early 18th century, before the Victorian era. And so I'll probably try and do another Sir Walter Scott, probably Rob Roy, I'm thinking. That might be a good one to do. Ancients-a-thon, I tackled the Iliad last year. Already read the Odyssey. That went more successfully than the Iliad did with me. And so this year it's going to be the Aeneid. So we'll see if I can't do at least that for Ancients-a-thon. Jane Austen, July. Many of the things by Jane Austen I have not read yet, but I haven't read all of her juvenilia. I still have her letters to finish up. I may very well do that this year. And I haven't read the Watsons or Sanditon. I realize neither of them has ever been completed, but I'm sure we can think of something. And there's always Tolkien to go back to, yes. And there's Victober. Need to finish up The Woman in White. And I'll probably do Lady Audley's Secret for this Victober. That's coming up, but we'll have to see. And of course, Nonfiction November. And I'm sure I'll be able to find something biographical or historical, if nothing else, for that. That's a lot of books, though. Will I get through it all? Quite possibly not, but I'll have a lot of fun trying at least, and we'll see what I can get through. So here's to hoping for a wonderful 2023 reading year. Those are my reading plans. I'd love to hear if you have anything planned. And so in the meantime, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly do appreciate it. So until next time, I hope we all stay safe and healthy. And as always, happy reading.